Stephanie Miller on the line with us, host of the Stephanie Miller Show and the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour. StephanieMiller.com is the website. Hey, Steph, welcome back.
Thom Hartmann, everybody misses you on my show. I had a listener call the other day and say, I love when Thom comes on. You make him giggly.
Oh, well, anytime you want. It's great having you with us. Hey, I have a question. First of all, I want to mention that you and the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour are coming to Fort Lauderdale Saturday, March 1st at the Parker Playhouse. That's a big deal.
Yeah, this Saturday we were invited for this one for Gay Pride weekend, and we are thrilled to come because we're the Sexy Liberal cause will definitely be something marriage equality related because look at everything that's going on in Arizona and elsewhere, right?
Well, that's what I wanted to get to, and the website is parkerplayhouse.com.
Yeah, I think it's almost gone. I think VIP are almost gone, so I would hurry and get those. We have Judy Tenuta and Jackie Schechner are going to be on panel with us as well.
So here's my question. Let's say that Jan Brewer signs this law in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I'm running a hardware store, and I've decided that I don't want to serve gay people. And so somebody walks in. What are the questions that I should ask to determine if they're a gay person so I can discriminate against them?
Well, let me just say right now, if you're going to discriminate against lesbians at hardware stores, you're going to lose a lot of business, my friend, and I can say that as a lesbian. So, okay. Listen, Home Depot was shut down.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, Thom. That was the first thing I said. How do you know someone's gay? Are there going to be like trick questions? Or
yeah, do you play for the NFL? Oops.
Right.
Well, at least in a few months. Oops. The NBA, I guess.
Right. But that's what it just goes to show you how illogical and mean-spirited this bill is, and I think that's been the reaction pretty much. And what I was saying this morning, Thom, on the show is that what kills me is that it's rumored, as I'm sure you've heard, that she's probably will veto it. Is what the latest.
She vetoed something similar to this
because it's the right thing to do, Thom. Because of money, because of the Super Bowl, because of all the economic leaders and big companies coming to her and saying you've got to veto this.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're talking with Stephanie Miller, the host of the Stephanie Miller Show, the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour, which is coming to Fort Lauderdale this Saturday, March 1st, at the Parker Playhouse, parkerplayhouse.com, and, of course, StephanieMiller.com for more information on that. And
SexyLiberal.com, Sexy Liberal on Facebook. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Oh, I didn't have that written down, so I will do that too.
Right.
SexyLiberal.com.
And by the way, I'm thrilled to be on Free Speech TV with you because it's kind of hilarious to be with you and Amy Goodman. As we say, we're the Fruity Pebbles of Free Speech TV. If you need your facts and your intellect, stuff like that, you can go to you. And
there
Amy,
you go.
We're
all having a fine time there. I'm curious how, as a comedian, how do you deal, who also has a personal investment, I suppose, in this, what's going on in Arizona. What do you have to say about it? How do you deal with it? And how can, I'm not a comedian, as you know, I'm the ultimate straight man, I guess. Pun intended. But yeah, there you go. But how can I and the rest of us help ridicule these fools in Arizona for this stuff that they're for stuff like this law? Like you said, I mean, the Jan Brewer is not going to veto this because she thinks it's wrong. She's going to veto it because she's concerned that her state's going to lose some revenue.
Yeah, well, as my fellow sexy liberal John Fugelsang always says, it's a dry hate in Arizona because I think that I had CeCe Goldwater on this morning. Barry Goldwater's granddaughter, who was my dad's running mate, of course, in '64, and she just wrote a great piece in the Huffington Post today, Thom, about thing I always say is this is not Goldwater's party anymore for sure. He was outspokenly pro gay rights, and very outspokenly anti-religious right. Remember, he said every good Christian ought to kick Jerry Falwell right in the ass, and these religious right people scare the hell out of me. And he had a lot of things to say about this. I mean, he would be, appalled, I think, at what's happening in Arizona as she was. I mean, her brother is gay. Barry Goldwater's grandson was gay. I mean, it just is. I think it's so astounding, and I have to hope, Thom, that we have made such blistering progress on gay rights in this country, and I could be very close to marriage equality nationwide. I have to hope this is just like the last gasp, kind of desperate grasping for straws of people that are on the wrong side of history.
I think it is. I mean, look at the fact that in 2004, George W. Bush was proposing a constitutional amendment to ban gay marriage. I mean, opening up and amending the Constitution of the United States, he was using that as, and in 11 states, if my recollection is correct, they got it on the ballot in order to get Republicans voters to come to the polls, right, to push George over the top. This was...
Right, and now, Tom, it's a wedge issue, but against them.
That's right. That's right. And I am hoping that, we can see some ballot initiatives to strike down bans on gay marriage in various states, because I think those will bring Democratic voters out.
I think people, generally, Tom, I think are sort of recognizing things that are just un-American and unfair.
Yeah, bigotry is un-American.
That we treat all people equally. And this is just mean-spirited. I mean, first of all, they had to show us your papers, which was seen as so mean-spirited. Then you have, Jan Brewer sticking her finger in the president's face. It looked like a scene from The Help. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you have this. I mean, it's just they've become sort of that's what Cece was saying, that they become a laughing stock, and a lot of Arizonans hopefully are sick and tired of it, and they'll vote some of these people out.
Yeah. It's one can hope, and John McCain and Jeff Flake are trying not to be part of that Republicans that get voted out. They're going, oh, wait a minute, please veto the bill, please.
Right. Romney tweeted against it even. I mean, it's just interesting that I think that they are a party in such disarray. I mean, I don't know if you saw this Republican lobbyist that's trying to get this bill together to ban gays from the NFL.
Right.
He went on record as saying, "Oh yeah, it's all Republicans. The support I have for the bill is all Republicans that are going to be teabagged,
right?
That have a Tea Party challenge."
And then he lost one of his.
It's just for them to, I mean, how horrible and political, is that?
Yeah, and then he lost one of his lobbying clients. It's like bang,
right. And his brother, who's gay, said he's an ass.
Really? Seriously?
Yes.
Incredible. Stephanie Miller, The Stephanie Miller Show, the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour, sexyliberal.com, stephaniemiller.com, coming to the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale. Hang on just a second, Stephanie. This guy's going to step on me.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
That is Saturday, March 1st at the Parker Playhouse, parkerplayhouse.com. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thanks, honey. Love ya.
Great talking with you.
Bye, Tom.
We'll be back.